It ends with me. As a child, she wasn't loved the way she longed to be. The wounded part was pushed to where it couldn't be seen. This time she went inside, the pain was no less, but she opened her heart and she deepened her breath. The tear of separation yanked the fabric of her soul, one part crying in agony, another prayed to end it all. The sweet obliteration of her soul's annihilation, or at least the dulling lull of her disassociation, would be sweet relief to this existential grief. But she was familiar now with this ancient motif. So she knew what to do was to soften her body and relax it too, to stay present with the pain until the light could get through. As her attention touched her heart lovingly, she sat her inner child on her knee. She filled her with the love that she'd longed for back then, and she told her she'd be with her right till the end. She reached her healing hands into the little girl's auric space, and she moved out the dense energy, replacing it with grace. She said the words she'd needed to hear when she was young, and then she watched how she danced and she heard how she sung. She lovingly held her while she wept, and she patiently rocked her while she slept. And she met all the needs of that needful young child, and her essence returned, but more free and more wild. She knew. I'll tend to my inner child so I don't reenact this, as I know this is the beginning, not the end of a lifelong practice. This is not a one-time thing, a mere audition, but will bear frequent repetition, so I can entrain and condition my system to embody my inner magician. Led by my sovereign, kept safe by my warrior, impassioned by my lover, and these energies cultivate my own inner masculine, protector of the maiden, mother, crone, and wild one within. And now that her inner light was shining, and she felt her head rise up, spine aligning, she spoke out with the voice of the sisterhood echoing behind, and her ancestors cheered as their prayers were combined. She vowed that the suffering from neglect and abuse will no longer be justified, denied, and excused. She promised to her inner child she would never desert her. And she said inwardly to those who had hurt her, "You are responsible for the wounds that you cause, even when it's not your fault that you carry yours. I forgive you all this, and I have compassion for your suffering, for the lack left by inadequate fathering and mothering. I love you, and I see you. I release you, and I free you. From promises, from karmic ties, from debts, and from the ties that bind. With this intention, I plant a seed that relational contracts will be mutually agreed, that love will overcome and that healing will succeed, that ancient contracts torn up to be rewritten by starseeds. This legacy of lack of love will stop here now. It ends with me. It is done, and so it is. Aho, and blessed be.